right, what's up with
Talk
it?
to me. What
What's
up?
up, everybody? Welcome to another episode to Leave It on the Court with me, Jay Dodge, and my little bro, Giannis. We're here to talk about NBA basketball, everything NBA basketball. Today's subjects are going to be NBA All-Star Game, the West Coast Western Conference, my fault. Western Conference, the best team in the Western Conference, and have your best player added anything to his game, and if he hasn't, why aren't they? So, with that being said, the last thing that happened is this All Star game. So let's start there. What you got for me, buddy?
This All Star weekend had a lot of people in their feelings. I ain't gonna lie. People was kind of down about like the disappointment of the dunk contest, the disappointment of the game itself,
Mm,
and so on. So I heard a couple of people coming up with some recommendations on what would fix the All Star game and what would fix the dunk contest, or possibly even getting rid of the dunk contest.
mm.
If I were to come to you and ask you what would help the All Star game, um, what would help boost the entertainment factor of the All Star game, in your opinion, what would you say?
Well, I think they should cut down on some of the festivities for the players during the week because, from what I'm hearing, they have to go through all the interviews and commercials. They had to wrap everything up in like into this week while they're trying to get
Yeah,
ready for this game. So by the time Sunday evening comes, you wore out. You just want to go out there and just have a good time. You ain't trying to give a 100%. Two. Um, what I would do personally is make it a money thing, but not for the stars though.
but
Make
not
it
for
a
the
money,
performance.
yeah. Make it to where you can win your bench players money, like whatever team you represent, right? Whatever teams,
Right.
the East Coast teams that represent each player on their bench get 100,000.
That is interesting as hell.
You know what I'm saying? So if the Boston Celtics, so if two players go to the All Star team for the Boston Celtics, right,
Right.
and they and their team win, each player gets 100. That's 100,000. So that's 200,000 to each one of their bench players.
I ain't gonna lie, that'd be that's also assuming that, these all stars are not selfish, because some of them be like, well, I ain't winning shit, so what? But
Yeah,
at the same time, if I'm on the
but
bench,
but but
I'll
look
be
though,
pepping up my damn star.
um, like but look though, what if like well, how would you look in the league if you didn't play hard for your team though? There's also a aesthetic thing too.
It is, but like BBM said, you might not even like the people on your bench. That's
Yeah, but that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's
how it's
supposed to
supposed to go.
go. That'd be dirty if somebody like I ain't gonna score the last point because I don't like cuz.
I think
No.
um
Um
uh that's interesting as hell. That really is. Um
Either
but
that
but
um
I think it's more so of, because I agree we should incentivize the players in some sort of fashion. We saw what the 500 thou did for the in-season tournament. Man, you hang on that shiny object in front of the players for the game, like they gon' compete. We see.
yeah, but I mean like a lot of that like LeBron said and a couple of players were saying they was doing it for their bench.
Yeah, LeBron is a billionaire though, so it's
I
kind of
I know, but I mean most of the all stars are 100 millionaires.
yeah, true,
You know what I'm
true, true,
saying? That make it
true.
the most. So it's not like there's a bunch of broke dudes that's on the All Star team. You know
That's
what I'm
fact.
saying? So you can combine it.
They
Like you
still want
know, it's
that money. I
I like the playoff thing too. I think that's interesting too. Like whoever like the baseball home court advantage for the finals.
for the finals.
Yeah. So whoever make it in the East got they get automatic. If they win, they'll get automatic. Home court.
I I like that, and I don't only because
Thank you,
if I'm
BBM. Good
somebody.
idea, man. Thank you, bro. Somebody, you know what I'm saying?
the,
Enjoy the love
the
train. People all over the world.
the only reason why is because if you somebody like okay, no offense to the Atlanta Hawks, but if like Trey Young there
Mhm.
and he's getting a lot of run, I don't think rationally Trey Young think his team is going to the finals. So he like, well, this doesn't really incentivize me because I know my team not going to the
Well, that's
finals.
that's where being a coach come in. Like you see him playing like a bum, you pull him.
Pull 'em.
Cause like the fourth
Um,
quarter, the coaches back in the day, they used to play the best team. They didn't always finish with the starters.
true.
You know, so you, that too, you can put it on the coaches too. The people that's not giving no effort, you can start putting your foot down. Like I ain't playing y'all. You can go in the locker room like, look, if y'all don't play defense, at least in the second half, I'm putting you on the bench. I don't care how much the fans love you. Coming there with that great that Popovich attitude, like you know what I mean.
It, I I think it's as simple as having them. Well, I think the NBA got like something like 42, 43, 40. I think 45 sponsors. Have those
Mm-hmm.
sponsors pay those players to win the game. Like that's the incentive. Winner gets 500,000. Losing team get 100,000 per player, and coaches involved. Um, but let those guys warm up like they would for like a regular game because we can't have this big show, then all the media day and all these autographs and all these games and stuff, and then like okay, go play because that's the reason why these guys don't play that hard on All Star Weekend because they don't want to get injured.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be stupid to get injured at All Star Weekend. So,
But see, you can get injured doing a windmill dunk, though. You can get injured, you know what I'm saying, doing anything you do on the basketball court. We just seen Durant twist his ankle in the layup.
and the layup line, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean, it
of
really
course.
don't matter.
No, it matters. It matters
No,
because you
I
want
mean, in a sense, it don't it the injuries can come however you play.
it can, but they're less likely to come to a warmed up body, to a stretched
Oh
out
no,
body.
warming up. Yeah,
Yeah,
no. I'm just talking about so far as the effort, defense and
yeah, yeah,
offensively. I'm talking
definitely.
about mostly defensively. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
If I'm gonna
cause
get
they just
injured, let me go. Let it be something where I was actually trying to make some money rather than coming out here and trying to do it for free. So let me warm up. Let me bring my crew with me that work on that. Hit me with the massage gun, my masseuse, my trainer, and everything. Let them come with me. Those guys should also be paid by the people of the NBA and let these guys warm up and actually play a game for real. I also think they should bring back the Elam ending where it was a target score to win the game. Those been pretty has resulted in pretty close games because they was playing for their charities
really
or
at the
whatever.
end of the day, man, these dudes making too much money in the first damn place. It should be a mandate. What's his name? You got to play hard. If we see you not playing hard, we're fining.
No,
We're
no.
fining. We're fining you. Give me 5 racks.
If, if I'm Mike Dunleavy, the president, uh, GM of the Warriors, and I see Steph Curry playing hard, and I know we trying to win a title, and he playing hard at the All Star break. I'm on the phone, bro. Calm down. Please don't twist that ankle. Please don't throw
But
that shoulder.
once
We got.
again,
I need, I need my team to win.
we just saw somebody go down for 2 weeks in the layup line.
Hey,
It can happen at any time. We just talking about a half. We're not talking about a whole game. We talking about just give me the second half like the OGs used to do it. The first half was show and go. Second half we came to play. Even as recent as Magic and even that last remember that last Jordan game, it was the double overtime.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, when Kobe wouldn't let Jordan have it.
And he had
Yeah.
to take that. He had to hit that last second, the 10 in overtime, and Kobe
Uh-huh.
just said, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's farewell, farewell. That's how it goes.
To
So
be to be fair, yeah, I heard like Kobe and a couple other old heads talking about how they used to play hard during the All Star weekend. That was false. They played hard in the fourth quarter if the game was
that's
close.
all I'm asking for, though. But you got to keep the game. It's not like they was playing close. They was playing good enough to keep the game close enough for it to be a good game in the fourth.
Yeah, I agree
These
with that
are
too.
200 points, y'all. I mean, come on.
211,
It's not even
211
fun.
to
It's not
186.
even
Yeah,
fun to watch anymore. Like,
no, that wasn't fun at all. And Adam Silver kind of showed
and,
it at the
and
end of the game.
I think they should have a dunk off in the dunk contest with amateurs against NBA players.
That would be interesting. That would
Like
be
have
interesting. But them,
the four top dunkers in the world, amateur wise, whether they gotta win the contest to be enter, and four of our best NBA players, and
you know,
that'll make you don't want to get whooped by a regular dude. That'll make you show up.
the only the only thing with that, honestly, is the stardom factor. If I'm per se LeBron James and I do something regular, and then this young cat come and do something spectacular, like if I'm a
But that's the
judge or I'm a
point of
fan,
you.
I might
But
I
that's
might
why
vote for
you can't.
LeBron just based on the stardom. Like I
But that's
think,
why you can't. That's why you can't. That's why you can't. That's why if you're an NBA player, you go up, you look at some of them tapes, you call up some of them Gilgore, whatever his name is.
yeah.
Hey, so I'll call up some of them dudes. Hey man, come work with me for a week. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I would do. I would actually hire these top dunkers as dunk coaches for the NBA players. 'Cause I think a lot of these guys going to this All Star weekend just kind of winging it when the contests come. No, train me on these dunks that you've mastered, that you come up with, and I'll pay you for that.
Or
And help me win this dunk
what
contest.
about having a amateur and an NBA player at the same time, like teams?
That'd be cool too. That'd be cool too. You know what? I actually like that more because
No,
you can go ahead
yeah,
and pay these guys first of all, the amateurs, and give them some exposure
yeah.
while helping that NBA player win this
and they
contest. Yeah,
and they'll be helping you as you go along during the week. Y'all be bouncing dunks off each other head, and then it'd be like you each get like one dunk on your own, and then one dunk y'all gotta do together, like a team dunk or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Hoop
Yeah,
or yeah, jump
that'd
over.
be
Yeah,
fire. And then
that'd be
points would be
cool.
scored on instead of one by one in accumulation. Like you know what I'm saying. So like if you get a 49 and he get a 50, you get like 99. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
And there should also be some incentive again for these dunkers too to win this dunk
Like
contest.
10, 50 racks,
Yeah,
100
50,
racks.
20, yeah, whatever, some sort of incentive that
Yeah.
make a star want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, be real, we
That
need to have some of the
I know
stars.
it's far fetched. It'd be dope if you could get him a contract, like get him a two way, like a contract for a G League team or something like that. If your team win, you win the money,
Yeah,
and you help your person get a
like
contract.
a 10-day or something at least.
Like for the
That'd
G
be
League
cool.
or so, that'd be fire.
That'd
I
be
know that's
cool.
far fetched, so
But
that's
I do want to give a shout out to my favorite player, Damian Lillard.
uh,
First person since MJ to win both an All Star event and All Star MVP. So go ahead, big dog. We
mm-hmm.
watching, man. He's making us proud.
That's that
For
town
sure.
business, baby.
Sound business. Oh, and All Star Weekend is being held at the Chase Center in 2025. It's about to go crazy in the Bay next year.
I remember the last All Star game in the Bay, Vince Carter showed his butt. Pause.
Yeah, one of the
He,
greatest
he
dunk
did his
contest
thing though.
participants ever. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I was
cold.
like the one of the singular best one man shows, like in the dunk contest. Even though everybody had Francis McGrady, but Vince was just
Yeah, Vince
he
was
was sitting
on
he
another
was sitting
planet,
on the moon looking down at everybody
bruh, bruh.
like for real, for real, for
So,
real.
moving on to the next topic, uh, the face of the NBA. That's been a big talk this week.
Hmm.
Um, in your opinion, who do you have as the next face of the NBA after folks like LeBron and Curry and Durant, like that class moves on? Who you think up and coming is going to be like when they're gone? Who do you got being a face?
I think it's gonna be a triple threat type thing, like how it is now with LeBron, Curry, Durant, like how it's like a team effort type thing. But I really think it's going to be Anthony Edwards because his personality just you know what I'm saying he's he's different. You know what I'm saying? He got personality. He's charisma. You know what I mean? He got one of those smiles. You know what I'm saying? He just one of them dudes. Like when he show up in the room, he a room changer. I like to call people that room changer. That's my I'm trademarking that. Room changer. When you walk in the room changes. As soon as you walk in, everybody notice you there, and you don't really even have to say anything. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys.
So you like to smile?
No, uh, uh, you know what I'm saying? He just got one of them exuberant smiles. So, you know, when it brings joy to everybody, that's what I mean. Potty. Anyway, anyway, I hate you. I hate you. Anyway, Wembenyama,
Wembanyama, okay.
I think he don't have no choice. They finna make him the face. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
He ain't got no
Uh,
choice.
but no, he got swag for you dude his size. You know, he over there
Yeah.
making foods and stuff like that. Just his swag alone. And then he's another one dude's got charisma, know how to act in front of a crowd. He's, you know, a straight arrow type dude. And I like Ja if he can get right, if he can get, you know, get back from this situation with the guns and stuff. Because he was on his way to being a face, because he is what every dude and mostly every guy act like now. Dreads, chilling, dancing. You
Tats.
know, you know what I'm saying? He's what this culture is. Like the epitome of what this culture is. Even the gun thing fits into this culture. It's just you're not allowed to do it in the NBA. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's the Iverson of this generation. You know what I'm saying? The black sheep, the guy that, you know, everybody really want to be like, but they're afraid to because of what just happened to him. You get to sit down for 30 games and stuff where you keep it too real, you know? So I got them three. You know, it's a few other safe bet players that you can probably put in there as the face. But so far as personality, when you put them on camera, they bring something different. And so I like them three.
I like the way you I I like the way you say this is not really gonna be one guy, it's gonna be a couple. Um like you said with LeBron, Curry, Durant, because even though I think LeBron's the face, you had catalysts like Steph, like Durant, um, and you know whoever else is in that class. But I am thinking about Jason Tatum as far as being a face. Um, I mean, homeboy 7 years in, or on his seventh year, and already been to four Eastern Conference Finals and an NBA, and been to an NBA championship. He only 25 years old. That's a lot of winning. However, I was listening to Draymond Green talking about what the face of the NBA is, and not necessarily folks going out there and the NBA saying, "Okay, you're the face, you're the face." He's like, it kind of naturally happens,
Mhm.
and he was saying that Anthony Edwards had like the talent to be, but he was saying the face of the NBA is more so of a partnership with the NBA. So not only it's not just playing great basketball, it's also being able to sell this product in a way that no other star in the NBA can. With him at the All-Star break saying I'm only going to play left-handed and we don't really want to be here, that left a
Yeah,
stain.
those. Mhm.
That left a stain in Adam Silver's ear. Like that's really how you feel. Like, why would you want the same accolades as a All-Star MVP, as a Steph Curry, as a LeBron, as a Kobe, as a Mike, to have your name etched in stone like those guys? You're out here playing. So I think he can learn from that. I don't think
That's
that's the
what
end
I'm
of the
thinking. Yeah, you
But
know he got a phone call from his agent like, bro, chill. Like, I
bro,
understand you trying to keep it real, but dude, like you killing me, man.
man, man.
Killing me.
And then you got guys like Devin Booker. Devin Booker,
Man,
Jason Tatum's going to
he
have
had
something to say about it.
they ain't got enough person, bro. Did you see either one of their shoe commercials? They act like doorknobs.
I agree.
Like,
I
bro,
agree.
did you see
Yeah.
this new Devin Booker commercial, bro? Not his acting as bad as his shoe.
What's the last good NBA actor you know of? Like I
Anthony
don't.
Edwards. You didn't see
That's
him in that
that's
movie?
one. I didn't see it. I didn't
I
watch the
saw, I
movie yet.
saw,
With Adam
I
Sandler.
saw, I saw him in clips, but he was fire. He was fire. He was
Come on,
fire.
man.
He
All
was
right.
fire. And they talking about like he stole the show in the movie. Like
Okay.
he was like the man. Like he can act for real, for real.
All right.
So,
You gotta go watch that shit. Yeah.
uh, but last actor, none. None
None.
of them
Yeah.
can act really.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if Anthony Edwards did a good job, I'm gonna actually go back and watch it. I gotta find the name of the movie and whatnot. But
that's why
uh,
you don't see none as actors for real. You know how people have their second
right,
career. Oh no,
right.
John Sally. John Sally can act. He was in Bad Boys. He was
And
with
he was
the
funny.
bifocal. He
And
was
he
he
was
was
funny.
hilarious, and he was John Sally can act. I take that back. John Sally is a great actor.
I will say that.
He's the best actor by far. And
You know what?
yeah.
You know what I thought what was cool about some of the rumors I heard about Victor Wembanyama.
Mm.
It was like he pays attention to the little things. I was listening to Jamal Crawford talk about him. He said he wants to be great.
Mm.
Like Popovich really is in his ear, and he's listening, and he's paying attention to the little things on a basketball court. He even said like after each game, he's in the weight room, uh, trying to put on muscle for
Mm-hmm.
to to move on. Like remember, Cat is only 18, 19 years old. So Giannis, you didn't see him bulk up to like his fourth or fifth year like that, like he really is now. So he has a lot of time on
He's
his
not gonna
time
bulk
to
up.
get there.
He's not even gonna reach Giannis size. His body, he's too long to have that much weight
Of
on him. And
course, of course.
and if he put too much weight on himself, it's gonna be like the Yao Ming effect. His lower bodies, like people, when you're that tall, you don't want to have a lot of upper body weight and stuff
Right.
because your knees and your feet, it kills your knees and it kills your feet. You know what I'm saying? So, if he can maybe I say another 20 to 30 pounds, he'd be cool because he still need to be able to be mobile as big as he is. You see how long it took Durant to get hurt. You know what I mean? And he stayed slender for the most. He should try to be up in that realm, that Kevin Durant size. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
feel that. Yeah.
I think that'll fit him more than trying to be like Giannis. Giannis is buff.
At this point, yeah. I don't. So no, I only mentioned Giannis because Giannis is damn near 7 foot himself.
Yeah.
But and seeing him bulk up, but no, Victor, being 7'5", no, he's not going to reach that, and he shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't even try. But packing on that strength, yeah.
Yeah.
I like him as far as him being a face of the NBA because he does have charisma and he actually wants to be great. I like hearing that from other NBA players that a young talent coming up is actually trying, to be great.
Yeah. It just kind of
Uh,
hurts that it's foreign and nothing against foreign people at all. I love all our foreign players and stuff that are, it seems like we're falling behind so far as individual stars in the league, and we're hanging on by a thread because like dang near the top 4 or 5 players are from other countries and stuff like that. So that's the crazy part because we forget about SGA and these other dudes that can become stars, but a lot of these dudes are like I say, their personalities, they lame ducks. Like you say, you got to be able to put them on the commercial and they can sell something. Like a lot of these dudes, they put them in commercial, they don't even give them lines because they so terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right. Just dunk the ball.
Like, oh
Just
yeah,
shoot
just
it.
shoot it, just shoot it, just run to the court, look like you mean well. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I
And you feel
remember
me?
when Steph was being accused of having bad commercials when he was hurt.
Clay, have you seen Clay's? Oh my God, they don't even want him to talk.
Bro, just shoot the ball.
Just shoot the ball, bro. Shoot the
Just shoot the
ball.
ball.
But you got to be able to sell the product. But even Michael was like that. Like Mike didn't talk in this commercial. They put music on. I want to be like Mike song. And
Yeah,
most of his
G.
song, only time he would talk is when he was reading like one of the scripts. Did I kill basketball? Am I the reason why they did it? But like so far as him trying to like really eat like them first Spike Lee commercials, like terrible. Like, is it the shoes? Is it the shoes? Like, no, that was no,
You
it was
men-
terrible.
you mentioned something about like the foreign player and the emergence of the foreign player and how good they are, especially like with SGA and Jokic and Giannis. One thing I think would help let our players in this country emerge as strongly as the European player. Go
What?
ahead, go ahead and change the rules of our youth games,
I was gonna say
college, high school.
abolish AAU. Mm.
Just let the rules of those games match the NBA game and the European game as far as like the traveling and defensive 3 seconds and things like that. But you said abolish the AAU?
Yeah,
None of
because
AAU?
they just make stars. They don't make basketball players. You get what I mean? But that's gonna flow into our next subject. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Which is
they just make stars. They just make stars. They don't make dudes that's they don't make legends. Get what I'm saying?
I
Name is on.
I would say this. I would say this. What I do like about the AAU is that like when I was coming up, AAU was really just start catching fire, but it made an opportunity for the best guy on the West Coast to play the best guy on the East Coast, and the best guy on the East Coast to play the best guy on the South, and bringing that talent together.
I think they should do that with the high schools. I think they should change it to where your high school team, which is a more formatted game, be the AAU team. It's like I remember, like when I was playing, your high school team would be the traveling team. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
didn't get to play high school like that, but the people I knew that played in high school, you know what I mean? Because like you say, AAU was just starting to become a thing. So your high school team would travel around whooping people ass. You know what I mean? So like I think they should go back to that. So that way nobody gets lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? You can't sit up here and put a 5-star hoop team together. Like you got to do just like the NBA. You take your team from your coast out to the East Coast, and you represent your team, Oakland High, Fremont, whatever. You know what I'm saying? In that case, and it'll put more eyes on the schools, which will help the programs, and it to give the players who aren't superstars an opportunity, get some eyes on them players that you're coming to watch him. But dang, that dude right there, raw. But I only can see a little bit of him because he don't play on the AAU team, and really the AAU team is the team that get all the eyes, really, unless your high school team is the number one team. But if your high school team continues on through the summer playing the same type of tournaments that an AAU team would play and stuff, you get to see that other guy. Instead of one dude coming out of high school, you might have two or three from the high school. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should do that, and I think they should keep the rules structured like high school rules, like you say, with the traveling and stuff like that, because they call stuff loosely in AAU too, and they should. Yeah,
They
but
should.
coast to coast. Yeah, it is a pretty So I'm like with the high school, with the high school backing, you also got that involved, and it can be college, you can have like a fund for that. So the teams that you know um that aren't that good. I mean, if you ain't that good, you don't make it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You don't apply for the money to travel. You take 5 teams out of each coast, out of each conference in each coast, and boom, if your team good enough, you get to be part of that tournament that goes, travel here, travel there, travel there, blah, blah, blah. Your school gets the thing. That's another reason for players to want to play more too. You playing for this opportunity to travel. You know what I'm saying? You represent your school, and now it's more than the state championship. You gotta win your championship, and then you gotta beat the other team to win the money to travel to be the number one team in the state to go travel. That's fire. That's fire.
I think eventually it'll turn into the same thing. Well,
No, because
let's everybody that's a 4 and 5 star go to this particular school in this particular state so we can
but
go ahead and win these
but
tournaments.
that's
But
that's when you gotta have the bring back the old school rules where you gotta live in a certain area, you
yeah,
gotta do things like that.
we
Like,
all we all knew the way around
yeah,
that. But
I mean, you can move to your auntie house or live around the corner and say you live there and stuff like that. But when you a 5 star or whatever, we coming to your house. So we know you don't live
um,
with TT. Like, you know what I'm saying?
who you got finishing strong in the Western Conference? Uh,
Okay, so this is how I want to do this. I wanted to do this in like 2 parts. Okay, so this is a 2-part segment, y'all. First segment is West Coast. Next segment is East Coast. So with this, I want your dark horse, your for sure champion, right? The person that you're gonna that you just pretty much know they probably gonna win it. I want your dark horse and a team you would like to win. And people that's in the live, feel free to give your answers too. We read it all your comments and stuff. So I want your dark horse, the team that you would like to win, and the team you think is gonna win. So go ahead and go first.
all right, so you kind of threw me off when you said win. You mean like make it to the championship, or you mean that's just going to finish with the best record
No, I
with
mean
these last
win the
6 games
championship. Win the
out the
championship.
West?
Yes.
Who I think is going to win out of the West?
You want to go with who you gonna win first?
Okay. Uh, and it's of course if we're talking about if this team is fully healthy, um, the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, I think they're going to win because they they went ahead. They won last year, so they got that under their belt. They got the confidence rocking. So as long as Jamal Murray is healthy, I think they got the best chance to win out of the West. I think they're the scariest team out the West. My dark horse, my dark horse, and my team that I want to win
That's the same
are actually
team.
the same team,
Okay.
which is the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
The Golden State Warriors have one of the easiest schedules remaining for these last 26. So we got a decent shot, a puncher's chance at making that 6th place spot going into the playoffs. Right now, the Dallas Mavericks are sitting at 6.
Mm,
Chris Paul is back practicing and running 5-on-5 drills. So we're about to
mm,
get him back, which we play the Denver Nuggets tomorrow. Our bench is probably going to be the best bench in the NBA.
mm,
Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, Kevon Looney, Dario Saric, and Gary Payton II. That's going to be our bench. That's probably a starter for the Grizzlies right now. Um, and then with Steph, Wiggs, Kaminga, Dre, and Youngster and B Pods, like we're 10-2 in the last 12 games. Like our record actually doesn't reflect as good as this team is with the Monstars stealing Wiggs powers for the first part of the season. Draymond getting suspended twice. Chris Paul breaking his hand. Our assistant coach dying. Like we gonna be okay. So yeah, that's both my dark horse and the team I want to win. But I think the Nuggets got the best chance of winning the West. Who you got?
okay. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I got Minnesota winning out the East. If they, make
Out
it
the
there.
West.
I mean out the West. I got Minnesota winning out the West.
So you
I
think they're going to if a team out the West win the championship, you think it's
I think it's gonna be
going to be
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
I think it's gonna be
Okay.
Minnesota. I mean, I'm
Shout
saying.
out to Dame Time last night.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay. Uh, if that's the team out of the West, they gotta pick one team out the East that could win it.
For
Okay.
sure. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I got them. I got Phoenix Suns as the dark horse. I think
Okay.
that I
Yeah. Okay.
I I think that people are sleeping on the Phoenix Suns. Like I like the Clippers. That was my other dark horse team. Like you know what I mean. But something always happens. Somebody always get hurt. Something always happens with them. Um, um, Phoenix is catching fire a little bit. I feel like Bill's going to be back for the last push, and Durant is on the mission right now. He's got an attitude like a diva. So I think that's my dark horse team, and the team I want to win is the Lakers. I love to see greatness, man. I want to see the team that nobody has a chance to win. The Lakers, they are a playoff team. They're built for 7 game series. They're not built for the regular season. So if they can get into the playoffs healthy and stuff, they are a dangerous team in the playoffs that you got to place any amount of times more than once. You never can go to sleep on LeBron. You can't never do that.
No. Hell no.
So
Hell
so
no.
especially in the playoffs. So that's the team I would like to see winning. But I think when this has been a sort of year, man, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on who they face in the East
Of
and
course.
if they healthy or not, but I like Minnesota, man. That dude Anthony is different, dude. He
Anthony
different.
Towns.
And no Anthony
Oh,
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Okay.
Yeah, that dude is Towns is cool too, but Anthony Edwards know he good. That's a dangerous player. A person that like Luca know you can't guard him. Like Luca, like man, get off of me. For he's literally walking on the court like, man, are we serious? If we could just play defense, it'd be over for you dudes. Like for real. Like
Hmm.
seriously. Like I was gonna pick them, but they defense is just it just won't allow me to pick them to win a championship. It's always gonna come down defense win championships.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I think I like Phoenix as a defensive team and towards the end of games, not early in the games, but toward the end of the game. They seem to figure out how to buckle down. I like the fact they got big guards in the backcourt, you know what I'm saying? So I like Phoenix, as the dark horse. But Minnesota, man, it's the reason why they're the number one team right now. know what I'm saying? Or the number 2 team or whatever they
Number
at. I forgot where they at.
one,
But
number one,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So it's the reason why they're the number 1 team. It's a reason why nobody can seem to catch him. Cat is finally resided in the fact he's the other guy. Thank God. He's the other guy. He's cool with it now, and now he's playing like he should be playing. Because really, at the end of the day, he's really not the other guy. You're just, it's whoever's hot. You know what I mean? With that team, like if Cat hot, he gonna get the ball. If Ant's hot, he gonna get the ball. You know what I mean? So it's not really it. It's all in his head. Just play how you play, kill how you kill, and just let the youngster do his thing. If you're gonna do his thing, all that's gonna do is help you win, dog. I don't understand what people, man, you come to take my shine. So what? Take the shine. Take some of these cameras on my face. I'm tired of being the one at the interviews being blamed for everything. You want to be the man? Be the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all really know what's up. You really a baby. So, at the end of the day, I've been here longer, so we really know who team it is, for real. You know what I mean? Yeah, you scored all the points and everything, but I being here, I have the tenure. Okay, go ahead and shine. That's how I would look at it. Like how like Shaq did D Wade. Once he didn't do the same thing he did with Kobe. Where he steadily trying to fight for the shine and stuff like that. He
Learn
was like, go ahead
his
and
lesson.
yeah, go ahead and do your thing and look how they flourish. Shaq was still the man. He's still doing movies, still got commercials, still get paid $100 million. But now you got an extra ring just because you let the youngster shine. Cat need to do the same thing. And this dude's a real dog. He a real dog.
A
Like, you know what I'm
real dog,
saying?
yeah.
The real authentic, like on some baby Jordan coming type. You know what I'm saying? That dude is scandalous. Anthony Edwards is scandalous. You know what I'm saying? So I like Minnesota, man. And I think they're the only team that can beat Denver.
The only honorable mention is OKC.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
my Warriors to run into OKC for the playoffs. I don't
They
want to
would
see that.
they wouldn't, they too high. What is
No, they
OKC?
not. Okay, OKC is they're tied with Minnesota right now for the number one spot, but they got Minnesota over OKC. I think they're head to head. Minnesota
Let me
beat
see.
OKC right now, as of right now. But I don't want my Warriors running to
Shoot.
OKC.
Okay, OKC is second in their division.
Yeah, behind Minnesota, behind Minnesota. So look, and also the only reason why I don't believe the Timberwolves yet. I don't. I think they're a good
Bro, they
regular season
39
team.
and 17. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, kind of like how the Atlanta Hawks had the
And
best
the
record coming
Clippers
out the
ain't no
East.
joke, though, man. The Clippers,
And
man.
then we got the Clippers. Yeah, the Clippers ain't no joke. But again, that's one of them teams that look. The first three teams in the Western Conference are prove it to me teams. Minnesota too young. I need you to prove it to me. OKC too young. I need you to prove it to me in these playoffs. Clippers, James Harden. I need you to prove it to me. Paul
Russ.
George, Russ. Like y'all, nothing they do in the regular season, as far as like record wise and win wise, is not going to impress the masses. They gotta win in the playoffs when it
Mavericks.
counts.
I didn't know Mavericks won 7 in a row.
Dallas
That's why.
is cold.
I told man,
Dallas,
because Luca, bro,
Dallas is
man,
cold.
that man, God, man, I feel so bad that it's it's messed up yet you can't be as raw as that and still win. You know, like you gotta have the team. You know what I'm saying? Because that it's not fair how raw Luca is. Like it's not fair, bro. It's not fair. Like he scores with so much ease. He make you think like, dang, is it really that easy? Like he makes it look that easy, like for real, like for real. Like
Look,
he tries shot. He's a professional. He tries. I'm gonna try one later. Forget it. Bow, I made it, and he just be like, "Yeah, that's what I do, man."
I
Like, come
want
on, bro.
I want y'all to our viewers, when y'all having these conversations about who better than who and all these accolades, just remember what kind of teams these guys were on versus the teams that some of the other guys weren't on. So, Luka Doncic to me is already a top 25 talent ever. Like
Yeah, 20,
he's that
10.
bro.
Like, like
And I
I
wouldn't even look at you crazy
like
if you.
seriously, like if you want to talk about scores of all time, if he stays like this, let's say 2, 3 more years, top 10
But
easy, easy. But
scores, rebounders, passer, like
bro, he's a
team guy, like
yeah, he's a great player, bro.
he got
He's
it.
a great
He
player.
got it.
He's a great player. Like I see, like the '73. I was just watching the shots, and he was just everything. He was hitting
Everything,
everything, bro.
bro.
Like threes, layups, dunks. Then he was dropping dimes too, and it's just like, dude, and he just like, and it's really, and he's just like, and his shot is so slow, and he's moving so layup, like it's like no. Somebody
that,
slap this dude or something. Do
that's the only
something.
time I miss like 70s, 80s basketball. Man, somebody
He got
put an
one of
elbow
those
on that.
games. He
Somebody,
got one
no,
of those games.
I'm talking about somebody put some lumber on that dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, go
But
ahead,
no,
go
but
ahead.
what I'm
'Cause
saying is, if you look at his game, he got one of them old man games. Like, you don't know. He's not fast. He's not really like, he ain't got the super crossover, but you can't,
right,
you that dude on the court, you like, he's slow as hell, but I can't stop him. He
because
gets
his
in the
change of
backboard.
he's deceptive. You think he's slow until he change the pace on your
Yeah.
ass. So change the pace on you.
Oh, but
So
wait a minute. I gotta shoot. Hold on. We gotta go back to the All Star game. This man did a Grand Hill
yeah, drink
and
Grand Hill,
got
drink
hung.
Sprite. Yeah.
Grand Hill drink Sprite moment in the All Star game, like Dominique Wilkins trying to do too much. Didn't he airball it? What was that?
No, he got caught and
Did
he
somebody
had
airball a dunk too?
airball a dunk. No, I don't think
Was
so.
that
Unless I missed
in the
that.
dunk contest or was that in the game? I think somebody airballed a dunk.
It
I
it
gotta
was
find out
cool.
what that was.
It was cool to watch
Uh,
Jokic and Luca on the All Star working together. That was kind of dope.
yeah.
Um, talk to me about players adding to their game
Okay.
as far as like skill set wise.
So think this is kind of like part of our pet peeve things. It's the fact that these players are getting so much paid, so much money, but their game isn't evolving. We had this conversation about play. It's
Clay
like,
Thompson,
hey,
right?
we already know you're a great player, but when you got the dude right next to you, I mean, great shooter. I'm sorry, but when you got the dude that's right next to you, that's a great shooter, just like you are, but he also can shake a dude up. He can lay the ball up. He can do all these other things to help his game when something's not working. And to me, you can see like the Tatums, the Jalen's, Clay, Julius, um, who else is in that realm? Uh, Not Lonzo, the other ball, Lamelo,
LaMelo
uh,
Ball.
um, Donovan. It's all these players. They're just good at what they do. Now Donovan, I kind of like because his shot got better because he didn't have a shot
Okay.
last first, but now he can shoot a little bit better than he did earlier in his career. But I'm looking at these players and Dame, even Dame, like he does the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's no um there's nothing else that you have to be worried about. So far as like you can go to a scouting report. I can imagine the scouting report from Dame is don't don't get up on don't drop off him too far because he can pull up. You know what I'm saying? And he probably like don't let them go right to the middle, or don't let them go right baseline or something like that. It's not like, okay, worry about his left, worry about his right. Don't let him post you up. Watch out for the pass. Watch out for the three too. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you look at the greats, and I always refer back to the Kobe's, the Jordans, and the Magics, and all the Birds. They had several things you had to worry about. So if you stop this, I'm doing this. If you stop that, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like getting old that you see all these players with all this money, and this is your actual living. This is what you do to make money for your family. And I feel like you don't take it as serious when you don't evolve your game.
All
You
right.
know, like Julius need to be able to go right by now. Okay, your first year, okay, you just working on getting the ball in the basket. Second year, you probably still working on the same thing. By your third, fourth year, now I'm working on my right hand. Now I gotta be able to, my right hand gotta be as strong as my left. Like even us when we played, my left was good as my right. Same thing with you. You couldn't let me go either direction. Don't let me go either direction so you can get the same business. You know, so when this is something we did as like we played with not as much as these dudes do. We ain't got
Hell no.
trainers. We ain't got dudes waking us up at 7 in the morning, helping us shoot 150 shots, standing right there, giving us the ball back, helping us do a layup, dribble coach. You know what I'm saying? We have none of those players, but we still was able to do all those things. You know what I'm saying? Without none of that. So you
Mm.
mean to tell me this is your actual living, and you can't go right, and you've been in the league for 7, 8, 9 years. Draymond, you got the two best shooters in the locker room with you, and you still shooting under 40%. Like, what are we talking about?
So yeah, to our viewers, yeah, we was having these conversations, and it was mainly about Klay Thompson.
Mm.
Um, and in my opinion, Klay Thompson should have been Devin Booker before Devin Booker at this point because why haven't your dribbling package expounded over these 12 years? But at the same time, I'm kind of torn because that man got 4 rings. What I need to change? I'm winning. I'm winning. But here's where the hang up is, right? Klay Thompson is now on the bench for a rookie. Brandon Pozinski came in and took your spot, honestly. B Pop's playing his ass off, but you're Klay Thompson. You got 4 rings. Had you had some of this extra that you added to your game over these years, we're not in this position where you're sitting on the bench now. And I'm a Klay Thompson fan. I got his jersey in my closet. You're 6'7". I did. I have seen that you've added. I saw a turnaround shot from you. I saw you and Trace Jackson got a special connection, so you're getting 3, 4, 5 assists a game now. But when your jump shot is not falling, it's
Ain't got nothing
almost
else.
not as useful to your team as if it was, and you're no longer a defensive stopper. So, what's there's something in your game that you're missing that would be keeping you on the floor. Well, if my jump shot not falling, let me go second level. Let me go ahead and make these elbow jump shots. Let me do the one dribble pull up. Let me pump fake and actually get all the way to the basket and dunk on somebody, or maybe finish with either hand. You've missed a lot of layups this year. Again, I love Klay Thompson, and I think that he'll bounce back like someone who won 4 rings is as resilient as you are. You will bounce back, I think, but you shouldn't be in this situation. You shouldn't be getting a 12-year vet. A 12-year vet with 4 rings shouldn't be getting a starting spot taken by a 6'3" white boy. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry,
Dang.
and I love Brent, and I love Pods. I love him. I know he's not as good as some of the other guys, but he is a dog. Because you don't take somebody's starting lineup spot without being a dog
But I'm saying
of some degree.
he's a dog because he has those elements. When his shot's not on, he can take somebody to the hole, and he a pest on defense. His defense isn't really like great, He's just a pest.
He's
He's
the
always around. He's like a
best.
net. He's a net. He's a fly. Like, right, leave me
That's
alone.
taking the
Like, you know what I'm
most
saying?
charges in the NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's that guy, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's like when you see something ain't working, you add to something else, even if it's defense. Like you say with the charging. Okay, I may not be able to reach and poke a ball out, but I can get in front of you and take one for the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a skill too. Like,
Yeah,
you feel me?
it is.
So it's like it's those type of things that I be saying. And once again, I always harp on the fact this is what you do for a living. This is not a hobby. This is not something you doing for fun. This is what you get paid to do. So why not be the best at everything? Like, you know what I mean? I
Right.
feel like, and it's a certain level of respect you have to have for like, okay, you have to have you have to respect everything about my game when I feel like when I get on the court. You should
Mm.
be afraid of everything I'm doing, and that's how my approach was. I taught you to have that approach. When you come on the court, there's nothing you can do with me. Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stop my dribble. You're not gonna stop my shot if I'm on. You're not gonna stop me from going to the hole. You're definitely not gonna stop these dimes. That's not gonna happen. So it's like that's my approach to every game. Y'all, it's just like we always say, the defense is just y'all just there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like you have to be in
Yeah,
front of me.
I don't
So
see
I
you.
have to I
I
don't
don't
see
see you.
you. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
no
see you.
disrespect. I don't care if you slap the floor, all that crap. I don't see you for real. Like, you know
I
what I'm saying?
really
I don't
don't.
care if you 6'7", 6'2", 5'1". You're just a guy on the court. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that these dudes have that mentality. You know what I mean? And that comes from when you have confidence in every aspect of your game. That comes with that. You know what I'm saying? When you know, okay, you might stop me going right, but I got a crossover that I know you not finna stop. You know what I'm saying? Whenever something ain't going right, I'm finna hit you with that. Bow. You know what I'm saying? And now it's gonna make you think second. Oh dang. I was stopping him from going right, but dang, he just hit me with this thing that almost settled my pockets. Now you might let me go right a little bit. I might have to let him go right this time because I don't want to be put in my pockets. It's like I've done that and seen dudes do that. Yeah, they were stopping my right. I kept trying to go right, kept trying to go right, but he don't know I'm setting him up. And so they caught him, bow, and after that it was like, all right, let me back up a little bit. My right started to become a little bit easier than it was earlier. So those are things that I feel like some of these dudes need to take more serious about their game. Like like with the Julius Randle being able to go right. Jaylen Brown not having no handles. Like, come on, man. What
I
are we
think
talking about?
you were. By the way, Draymond Green shooting 43% from the 3-point line this year.
That's what's up.
43%. Um, I think he was off on Dame though. Like, not saying he didn't add anything to his game. He he's a 3, 4, 5 level scorer now at this point.
Yeah, but okay, well, where's your defense at then?
He, he is 34 at this point.
But
He is
he's
34,
never
6
played
foot 2.
defense though. He
Never
only
played
did.
defense, but
He's never played defense. And to be
that
honest, back in the day, again, when you got older, that got better. It didn't get worse. When you got older back in the day, your
shit.
defense, because you were able to hack, so you were able to use more of your. You say,
Shit.
so you was able
I
to
ain't,
use your body
I
more and
ain't
stuff
gonna
like
lie.
that.
Once I start getting 28, 29, 30 years old, and these 20-year-old, 21-year-olds stepping on the floor straight out of college, boy, you was getting fouled.
That's what
Just
I'm
understand me
saying.
fouling your
That's good
ass.
defense.
I
That's good
can't.
defense. And you
I ain't.
get
But I
past
can't keep
me.
up with your
You
ass.
get past me, you get fouled. That's a good foul. Start the play over.
You
Let's
start
go. That's what
the
I'm
play
saying.
over. Yeah, you ain't about to be out here. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm gonna foul the shit out you. Hell no. So
Yeah.
Dame, no, I don't. I don't want him. Well, he's not. That's not something you add to your game at freaking 33, 34. Because you didn't play it
Oh,
in under 25. You just ain't had
he
it.
better. He better.
Look,
He better.
he did decent last night.
Hey,
He did
look,
decent last night.
if he want to win a ring,
Yeah,
he
he,
better
he did decent last night. I'll say that.
like
He was keeping his defender in
at
front of
least
him. He didn't get no steals or anything, but
at least be a little bit more committed. You know what I'm saying? Try a little, at least give it a, the old college try one
come
time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Do it for the
on.
Gipper. Do it for the Gipper. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
He had
serious.
23, 11, and 9 last night. So he did his that's one thing he added to his game. He's a great passer now. Like he actually looked like a point guard last night, not just a scoring guard.
That's good.
Um, like I said, he's a 5-level scorer from the three to the midi to finishing at the basket to the turnaround shot to breaking somebody down off the dribble. So,
I
oh
give
man,
you that. I give you that.
bro, we had an hour already, man.
Oh, it's already over.
Golly,
Well, that's been another episode of Leave It on the Court. I like to thank everybody that joined the live. I appreciate y'all for showing up. You know what I'm saying? As always, I need everybody to go on that YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and share it. Hopefully, I ain't gonna say hopefully because we've enjoyed our time on IG, but hopefully this is our last IG live. Next week we should be going on TikTok live. I need everybody who don't got a TikTok to get you a TikTok so you
get you
can
a TikTok.
join our TikTok and go live with us on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Once again, I love you, bro. It's
Love
always a
you
pleasure
too, big
talking to you.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So until next Saturday, that's game.
That's game.